Hello, welcome into today's pick a card. If you are new to tarot and pick a cards and spirituality in general, there are three cards. One, two, three. I do have a rune on top. You'll learn more about those too. But the key here is your intuition. The questions you have, then tap into which card you feel drawn to. Maybe it's a number, maybe it's just a vibe. And you'll get a message. And then if you stick with me to the end, it won't take long. I put all three together to provide even more intuitive downloads and messages that connect with our higher consciousness and help us connect with Source, with God, and just feel like we have some connection, support, input, and control in our lives. So it's really cool. I'm going to get started with this group one and the rune, but do stick around because I really want you to pay attention to the number 559, important changes, and you really are the director of your future and in control of your reaction. So that's going to be important. Now let's go ahead. I don't want to waste your time. Let's look at group one. And one, Five of Pentacles. As you can see here, there's sadness, grief, depression, a sense of loneliness, a sense of loss, and confusion. Because honestly, as you know, the key's right there. The light is shining. These are pentacles. It's like, come on, pick your head up, shoulders back, chest out. Let's go. Let's get grounded. Open that door and see what it has for you. The rune, this is called the rune of the thorn, power of endurance. You can get through this. This rune originally meant a giant, and it represents how we must face difficult obstacles with courage. It offers protection. It is a reflection of change, which is in the angel number, important changes, conflict, and therefore cleansing, getting rid, destroying what you don't need. And in comes luck and strength. This rune represents in astrology Mars and Tarot Emperor. So you just have to get back to being that natural leader, that charismatic original thinker, the person who can do it all. This rune lets you know it is time to face hardships. Open the door, face it, let's go right through it. Be careful of letting your ego get in your way. Stay humble, and do not be afraid to try a new path. That's so important in general with this reading. I also want to suggest one question you ask yourself when you see the Five of Pentacles. Understanding you're protected and luck and strength are on their way. How can you reduce stress at this time? Okay, card one, very important. And this is a 5, which is also change, chaos, confusion. These go along. And some of you may understand that this has to do with family, soul contracts, people you feel are soul mates, friends, deep soul connections. So it's just, how can you reduce the stress? Open that door and just face the challenge. From that, you're going to be very fortunate. All right, so now everybody take a deep breath and let's look at card 2 for those of you who chose that. And 2, the Emperor. Look at that. That's so interesting. We're just talking about that. And a similar yet very different rune. Now, as you can see, the Emperor energy is somebody who's very logical. They are spiritual and intuitive, but very logical thinkers, natural born leaders. They can be control freaks. They play the game. They're a good chess player. You know what I mean? They're strong. They can be stubborn, but very much that father-like energy. And also somebody that is a little bit of a perfectionist. So whether this is you or someone in your life, you may understand what I'm talking about. Now, this rune is the rune of joy, the power of good fortune. This is about prosperity, love, balance, comfort, pleasure, harmony, happiness, all the good stuff. In astrology, it relates to the sign Leo, which is also a fire sign. The emperor's typically Aries, Leo, Sag. And it relates to the strength card. So here we are again, knowing we've got to be courageous and strong, get through those challenges to this point where there's joy. It's time to celebrate this joy and be careful not to take things for granted. Show gratitude and expect good things. And lastly, a question for you when you see the Emperor in a reading is, how can I attract more abundance? Joy, happiness, harmony, abundance, whatever that means to you. Don't take things for granted. Don't be too materialistic, but definitely go for what you want. All right, that's so cool. Let's go to 3. And 3. And for those of you who've never dealt with runes before or seen them, they're ancient, thousands of years old, sacred symbols, a Germanic language from many, 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 many years ago. So this rune that we have with the 10 of Swords is the power of strength. 3 times in this reading. This rune also represents fertility and healing, freedom, courage, determination, action, energy, knowledge. In Tarot, this is the Hierophant, and that is somebody who is very moral, who is such a good listener, that person you go to when you need to talk to somebody. And a lot of times the Hierophant doesn't ever ask for help, but they are there for others. In astrology, this represents the sign of Taurus. So it is time to find spiritual balance in your life. Use determination and skill to move forward. Those of you who have chosen this group 3, 10 of Swords is you made up your mind to move on. So use your determination and skill to move forward. That's what it's telling you. This is the ending of something, and you're walking towards the light. You know, you're walking towards good things. When you see the 10 of Swords, a good question to always keep in mind is, what do I need to let go of? And we have just been through that strong full moon energy, so it's time to do it in the next couple of days. Don't wait. Don't be indecisive. Go ahead. Get barefoot. Get out in nature on the ground and let the downloads come in so you can get out of your mind and into a new phase. That is what's coming for you. So now let's look at all 3. There is a need to get through this grief, get through these endings. And I see where you're like, okay, I'll pick up my head, I'll grab that key, I will find the strength and the courage that is in all of these cards to move forward. I understand the endings that I'm facing. I am going to lead this situation. I'm going to take my power back and find abundance in all of the areas that I am really asking about. So remember, this is grief, and a lot of you are worried about financial situations. So how do you get through that? Find the courage, the leadership, that strong masculine energy in you, feminine and masculine, to lead, to think logically, but also be inspired and find the strength, because you're looking on all the ways to find abundance, and it's going to take letting go of either a different job, a relationship, a place, a house. You're moving forward into a new balance spiritually, financially, and within yourself, the strength, the knowledge, and the courage that you need to continue to move forward. And I love that for you guys. And I do want to point out the energy on the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. Moving on. Got to do it. Now, last, there's a mantra I want you to think about as you're going through these important changes. Again, that is the angel number 559. And you are the director of your future. So understand there are important changes occurring in your life right now. Your angels ask you to embrace them with flexibility and grace. Lie in meditation with your hands on your lower stomach, your sacral chakra, and repeat this mantra. I am in control of my reactions. And there you can see the flow of how you can pick your head up, get the confidence and the strength back to lead, and then move forward. So I do hope this helps. I love you guys. If you have more questions or you can tell me more about how you resonate with this, drop me a comment. And if you're new, please subscribe. I hope this helps. I love you guys. I send you so much peace, love for the rest of the day and evening, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace.